Good evening. How y'all doing? Pretty good to see you. Over time, me and my dad talked, and my job will consist of operation and just making sure that the well-being of the church and the vision is being operated and pushed. After talking to my dad, one of the themes that we shared that we'll be moving forward in Faith Tabernacle, our theme will be building the house and advancing the kingdom. Why don't y'all say that after me? Building the house, advancing the kingdom. In Revelations chapter 10 and 6, there's a phrase in there that says that there should be time no longer. And this is a reminder that we don't have to wait on various times for us to access and walk into what God has called us to do. You know, oftentimes people sit around and they wait, and I'm waiting on God like something's just going to snap and happen. You don't have to do that. They can happen now. It just depends on how you move in your feet. God has already prepared things for us, but one thing about it is he has to wake us up at times. And, you know, I kind of serve as a wake-up call. Some people, you're going to get sick and tired of where you are, or you're going to move somewhere, or some people, you're just going to stay saved. If people, not just here at Faith, but at Broad, as God moves, if you keep this mentality of, I'm just all right with just being saved, you're going to be left. If I'm just going to come and just all truly, I'm just going to keep the pews warm and just, you know, tradition and different thing, routine, it won't work. Because God is ever changing and moving. You have to catch him and stick with him. And a lot of people, I catch that mentality. I'm just saved and, you know, I'm happy to get to heaven. And then I realize you have a lot of saved folks that's miserable. Because you're not operating and walking in what God has called you to do. And that's a fulfillment that God is, you know, he has set. And so most of the time, that's why you're not finding most people who may be saved, but they dibbling and dabbling in that. Because you're not operating in fulfillment. You're not receiving it. So I'm saved, but I'm miserable. I'm this and I'm doing this and that because I'm not focused. Anyways, the three pillars of building a house. Number one is success. Second pillar of building a house is significance. The third part of it is actually building the house. We are each building a life. Proper foundations are necessary. It's Nehemiah 4, verse 6. I'd like for y'all to make that personal. Say, I have a mind to work. The takeaway I want you guys to take away from this verse is that you can do anything you put your mind to. Sometimes people forget that. The only way to get the mind of Christ is to get rid of everybody else's mind. CNN, VH1, Facebook, Instagram, all of this stuff. You got to get rid of it. And that requires, watch this, fasting, prayer, and ultimately consecration. One thing about living a consecrated life, it doesn't matter where you are. You're able to sense the presence of God. You can hear God. You can see God. You know when to leave. You know when to go. You know who to talk to. You know who not to talk to. You can sense danger. And you can sense love. And you can sense deceit. Why? Because you've taken on the mind of Christ. You're consecrated to that point. What wisdom is, basically, biblical wisdom, is basically experiences of life merged with the knowledge of God, the word of God, and that creates wisdom. That means everything I've gone through, I can see it the way God sees it. And sadly, a lot of people have experience and they think that alone is wisdom, and it's not. Sadly, it's not. And then you have some people that have a lot of biblical knowledge but lack experience, and they think that's wisdom, and that's not. Because as soon as you see some lips and hips with all that biblical knowledge, you're gonna wish I had some experience. 9 months later, oh, y'all don't like me. Let me move on. So I'm telling you, yes, Lord, especially in this day and age. Oh my goodness, it's out there. And I'm not just talking about sex. I'm just talking about in the sense of just whatever you want to do is pushed. And that experience, I'm telling you, you're gonna need it to merge the word of God. Or otherwise, you get a sense of pride, and then you'll fall just like that. What is the issue? There's too much conformity. And the reason we don't have what God has ordained for us to operate in is because we have conformed to this world. And people have become what they put their mind to. That's why Romans chapter 12 verse 2 says, be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you can, watch this, prove that which is good and acceptable and what is perfect, what is the perfect will of God. What is my point? As we follow the Lord, learning to trust and obey him, we receive a reward that is our house is steady and solid and unshaken by the circumstances of life and of this world. So that when we come together in order as a collective unit, we can gain access not only to the kingdom, but we can advance it. And that's what these churches need to survive. Because a lot of these churches really aren't churches, they're just civil organizations. They religious. Come in, you know they're going to sing this, preacher going to get up there and talk about something, but he going to hoop too. We're going to shout, we go to the house. And that's not kingdom, that's religion. Now, religion is necessary. I'm not going to get to the point, like some folk losing my religion. I'm losing my mind. Religion is necessary because it teaches you the things of God, how to have a relationship. So you can't have one without the other. That's what this house needs. That's what churches need abroad. Understand that politicians, nobody outside the true body of believers is going to change this nation around, period. And when the church no longer stands up and uses her kingdom authority, we have become nothing more than a monument of what once was. It has been said, for evil men to accomplish their purpose, it is only necessary that good men should do absolutely, positively nothing. You can do anything you put your mind to. So say it again with me: building the house, advancing the kingdom. God bless you.